John Donne is called the father of metaphysical poets. Metaphysical poets compare the things of the physical to philosophical concepts using conceits, imagery, paradox, and rigidity of expression. In this poem, A Valediction Forbidding Mourning, the poet describes the departure or valediction of two true lovers using philosophical ideas of the movement of planets and space or astronomical situations. He also compares the valediction to the expansion of gold when beaten. Thirdly, he also compares the departure of the lovers to the motion of a compass drawing a circle. The theme of separation runs through the poem. Valediction means a bidding farewell, but he forbids mourning or crying over the departure. It is said that John Donne presented this poem in the form of a letter to his wife when he had to travel to France, Germany, and Belgium in 1611. The first stanza talks about the death of virtuous or righteous people. Second stanza compares their parting or departure to the death of a virtuous person. The third stanza talks about the motion or movement that takes place on earth and outer space. The fourth stanza compares the departure or separation of ordinary lovers to the motion of the earth. The fifth stanza compares their separation or parting as motions in outer space. The sixth stanza compares their parting to expansion of gold when beaten. The seventh stanza compares the persona and his lover as 2 points of the same compass. The eighth stanza explains how he and his beloved are inseparable as the 2 feet of the same compass. The final and ninth stanza talks about how they silently depend on each other to create a complete and perfect love. As the virtuous, righteous, and good men pass away during their death, they breathe their last without any fuss, complaint, or regrets. Though it saddens some of their friends, they know that they are safe and they do not need to worry. Similarly, he tells his beloved that they should part without any noise and not display their emotions to the world or in the public. He felt that showing or displaying their deepest feelings only makes their love look cheap. Moving of the earth like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, floods, and landslides, etc. bring great harm and fear to human beings, and men study its causes and damages. But beyond this earth, in the universe, rocks much bigger than the earth itself clashes and greater movements occur, but they bring no harm to any man. Dull sublunary lovers or ordinary immature lovers cannot bear physical separation because it brings great destruction to their love, because their main source or soul of their love is senses, sense of seeing, sense of touching, and sense of smelling. But John Donne says that the love between him and his beloved is so pure and refined that it transcends even their own knowledge or understanding, and it is not based on the senses of seeing, touching, or feeling. He then metaphorically compares the love between him and his love to gold. When gold is beaten, it expands. Similarly, when their true love is tested with separation, it only expands, it only becomes bigger and deeper. Finally, he compares him and his beloved to the 2 points of a compass. His beloved is the stationary point of the compass that fixes itself in the middle, when he is the other point of the compass which encircles the fixed point, leaning on it and depending on it to form a perfect circle. And on completion of the drawing of circle, the 2 feet of the compass comes together to be united with each other. So John Donne forbids his beloved to mourn over his departure, but to be strong and stay fixed in its point, because he needed the support and strength of his beloved to lean on and to create his perfect circle, or to fully accomplish his work and come back home to her where he began his journey. This poem celebrates love through the use of metaphysical elements like the compass and expansion of gold. It is a metaphysical poem which uses intellectual elements to describe true love. This technique used by metaphysical poets is also called conceit. That was a short summary and explanation of A Valediction Forbidding Mourning by John Donne. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.